This is a series of tapes on the Filipino martial arts. The Filipino martial arts basically is a weapon-based system, but it does have empty hand skill. More than likely, more people are confused because they feel that the Filipino martial arts, such as calling and a screaming on S, is a stick weapon only. But basically, from the stick, you learn the sword, you learn the double stick, you learn the double sword system, you learn the long and short stick, you learn the sword and dagger system. You learn the single dagger system, you learn the double dagger system. It has flexible weapons included, it has projectile weapons. You have weapons that you shoot or throw from various different gadgetry. I believe it's a very well-rounded system, and it's one of the first systems that were ever brought into the United States. Many of the men of John Lafitte that fought in the Battle of New Orleans in 1815 were Filipino. And so this art has been in the United States, but it's just never been introduced to the public. At this time, I hope that the series of film that you'll be seeing today will enhance your growth in the Filipino martial art. For I feel it will help not only your skill in the Filipino martial art itself, but in whatever system or style that you're in training in right now. Thank you very much. Teach you a numbering system because every style in the Filipino martial art has a different numbering system. I'm just going to teach you basic angles. You have basically a diagonal blow on the forehand side and a diagonal blow on the backhand side. It forms what we refer to as a downward figure eight. Regardless of the weapon you use, you have a downward figure eight. Okay? You then have an upward figure eight. Notice it's going diagonal. This is the upward figure eight. You then have the horizontal blows that travel horizontal. Okay? You have the blows that travel horizontal high. You can travel the horizontal blow low if you wish. Okay? You have a vertical blow with strikes this way, one that comes completely through, others that whip through, other that snap. Okay? So basically all strokes, whether you pull through, have a watik, or you could even have a double on this side. This is what they call floreti. Okay? The interchangeable, because whether you pick up the weapon, you still have a downward figure eight. This is the Chris. I'm going to go slow so that you can see the motion. This is the downward figure eight with the Chris. You have the upward figure eight with the Chris. Okay? You have the high horizontal. You have the middle horizontal. If you're down on your knee, you have the low horizontal. Okay? You can go from slash to thrust, slash to thrust, slash to thrust, slash to thrust. So basically, this weapon either slashes or thrusts. It can chop or it can pull through all the way through. Okay? Again, let's review this. There are three ranges. The first range, we hit the limb when we get out of range of the weapon. At angle 2, we're out of range of the weapon and we hit the limb of the body. Okay? Again, we hit the limb. Number 4, we hit the limb. And number 5, hitting the limb. Okay? At middle range again, the second range is we can monitor the hand. This is usually where disarms can occur. Okay? But the main point in the middle range is that we can monitor the hand or we can touch the hand. At angle 2, again, the main thing is that we can touch the hand. At close quarter is that the puño can reach. And this is close quarter fighting. This is, of course, where all the chokes and the strangles and the foot sweeps and the throws will occur. So again, there are three ranges: long range, middle range, and close quarter. Sitting volley is double stick fighting. It could be double swords or double axe or two equaling weapons. Okay? At this point, these are drills. They're not the fighting combination. You strike inward, you go low backhand, high backhand. You go inward, low backhand, high backhand. Inward, low backhand, high backhand. Inward, low backhand, high backhand. Notice when I go inward, low backhand, high backhand, this is chambered over here. You go inward, low backhand, high backhand. Inward, low backhand, high backhand. This is what we refer to as a bisidario 6 count, because there are 6 counts to the exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In reality, he hits my hand. 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 He'll hit my hand. Okay, going into the next exercise, we refer to this as Heaven 6. Heaven 6 is the right hand is chambered below.
I'll do it in front of the camera very slow. You make an inward strike, and automatically after you hit the inward strike, you cock it back or chamber it back. You make a left backhand, and then you pull it back and you make a right backhand. And then you make an inward and you chamber it underneath your armpit, put it immediately to the opposite shoulder, make a right backhand, and then make a left backhand. I'm going to do it one more time very slowly. Inward. Notice when I'm going to make an inward that I chamber the stick underneath my armpit. And then immediately cock it back into my opposite shoulder. Make a left backhand, and then make a right backhand. Inward. Notice that it's chambered underneath the armpit. I chamber it to the opposite shoulder. You make a right backhand, left backhand. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or inward, high backhand, 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 inward, high backhand. Notice that I'm doing it stationary. Later on, you're going to do it with various different types of footwork. Let's say the jet is a tree, and if you have no partner, use a tree like this. You'll start off slow. Inward, high backhand, inward, high backhand, until you get the flow like this. Slowly, 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 gradually picking up the speed until you can monitor the motion or the speed of the motion in any way. Then you start to use footwork like this, okay? Now, when you do it with the partner, you have a strong, we'll go slow. Inward, high backhand, 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 inward, high backhand. In reality, he hits my hand, 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 he hits my hand. This is known as the heaven six. Now we have the next combination, or the third beginning combination. We call it standard six, or heaven and earth six. It is just like the heaven six that you make an inward and you chamber this underneath. You cock it to the opposite shoulder. You go low backhand, then go high backhand. Then you make an inward. You chamber it back to the opposite shoulder. You go low backhand, then high backhand. Inward. You chamber it back to the opposite shoulder. You go low backhand, high backhand. Inward. Chamber to the opposite shoulder. Low backhand, high backhand. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Inward. Low backhand, high backhand. Inward. Low backhand, high backhand. Inward. Low backhand, high backhand. Again, if you have nobody to work out with, you usually get a tree about this way. And you'll strike the tree. Inward, low backhand, high backhand. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, when you do it for the partner, we'll go very slow first. Inward, low backhand, high backhand. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actual combat, we try to hit the hand here. We try to hit the hand here. We try to hit the hand here. We hit the hand here. We hit the hand here. And we hit the hand here. These are the first 3 basic exercises I like to train my classes in. Filipino martial arts of Kali and Eskrima both have and employ empty hand skill. Sometimes the motion is taken from double stick, sometimes it's taken from single stick, and sometimes it's taken from the dagger. And if I hold a dagger like this, and a man were to punch, you would take it back here and you'd enter it over here. That same motion of slashing here and going here, when application in slow motion, that's the elbow technique. It could be the knee. Again. Okay, let's slow this down. Notice there's a cut here. Eye poke here, the trap over here, the thrust, the elbow, the hook, and the elbow again, if you use it. Now, if you don't have the weapon, then it is used like this. See, in slow motion, elbow, knee, and elbow or knee again. Okay. Now, a lot of times the knife is employed this way, and sometimes it could be in a left stance. See, notice where the hit would be automatically, or the hit would be like this automatically. So if that would come in again, it would strike again. Okay. Or the hit could be here, and the shot could be here and be employed here. The same principle is being used if the left hand is hit. Notice where we're hitting. The hit over here is on the brachial nerve or on the ulnar nerve, okay? Paralyzing the arm. The hit again, automatically the hit would come, the strike would be here. Following up with the same technique. You can go into any technique and many variations. Slow motion again. That would be 1. It could be this way, 2, hit, 3, elbow, and hit again. Or it could be this way, hit, up this way, hit, over. Notice that all the motions are following from the motion of the dagger. I'm going to break it down into the basic system. The basic system I'm showing you right now is from a man who was taught me by the name of Johnny LaCosta, or Master Johnny LaCosta. He taught me the first motion we use is what we refer to as the gunting. So if the lead hand is thrown, we hit and we go in. The first technique, the gunting, and go straight in. Okay. From here, any type of throw, punch can be delivered, or elbow can be delivered. Notice there's a lot of elbow in collie and a lot of knee because of the vicinity of the opponent. Also, we can go out. Notice that the first one, I went gunting and went thrusting. This one, I move out. I'll notice that it always, in conjunction, it always squares the hand here and checks it automatically as the hit will come in here, automatically elbow and elbow again. Okay? So the basic premise on this is the gunting that stays in and the gunting that comes out. Okay? When the gunting comes out, this finger jab is here. It also will monitor the rear hand again and strike again, elbow. Notice that all the close quarter hits are being employed at the same time. This is the basics of the gunting. Okay. Then we have what is called the horizontal gunting. Notice that it's already into the eyeball, but for training purpose, we put it here. It already monitors that motion of the other shot where you can strike over here and the elbow be here. Automatically, he's in the position here where I can come down with my finishing touch of the elbow. Okay? And slow motion again. The vertical gunting, the strike. Notice how it monitors the rear hand automatically in the close vicinity. You can strike at any motion. Okay? When you learn the technique on the left stance, it must be learned on the right stance to come out. Okay, I'm going to give you little basics here that you can maybe practice at home. The vertical gunting, depending on the range of the distance. Okay? If you're in tight where they like to be, notice where the finger jab would be. This is what we refer to the vertical gunting, followed by the sungab. The sungab is done with the right hand. The vertical gunting, the sungab is done with the left hand. Repeat it again. See, notice over here, the finger jab is here with the right hand. This time, it's with the left hand. Okay? Repeat one more time. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? Now, notice that with the next weapon, we choose to employ the elbow. The elbow is delivered here. Okay? It is going up into the brachial nerve. Automatically, this can be the throw. You can take it all the way down to locking position if you so desire. See? Notice where the hand is. It's all in line here. Okay? So the position over here, any throw can be used, but right now I'm showing you where the tools are being hit. Notice how we program, because the other fist has to either come on that side, and when it comes on that side, the shot is already delivered here. He's already trapped. See, I won't go into takedown, but just show you the root motion where the shots are coming from. See, that the punch has to come through that sector, which is hit and hit. Okay. Again, when we strike again going upward here, notice where the hand, the elbow can hit to the bicep, it can hit to the deltoid, it can hit to the sternum, it can hit to the throat, it can hit to the mandible. All these are in relationship. Notice how I swing away and I'm zoned away from that rear punch, and in the event it would come up, okay, and in. All here, all the trapping are employed here by takedowns from this angle also, okay? I can repeat it again. So for review now, we have the right finger jab, we have the left finger jab, you have the right siku, or the right elbow, okay? Notice how I'm covered in case that punch were to come, see? Automatically zoned over here into the position where I can elbow with this hand and come down with another elbow, okay? So if you have repeat again, the left elbow or the right elbow coming to the jaw or to the throat or to the sternum or to the deltoid or to the bicep. Okay, it automatically puts me into any position I so desire. Okay, again. Now let's take a look when the knee is employed. Slow motion again. See, the knee is employed here, either down or either up. Notice that sometimes I do it with my right knee. At other times, I will do it with my left knee. Okay? At rare occasions, when I'm at this range, I can kick the bicep on the first motion if it's so desired. The only thing you have to watch on this is if he's a sharp collie man, he will lower the elbow down into your leg. So we prefer to kick down low. We're either with the seepaw on the outside, which is this way, either with the seepaw on the outside, which is this way. Okay? Still zoning away from that other hand that comes in. Okay? Basically, in collie, if you learn it on the right side, everything has to be produced on the left side.